Okay, what's going on, everybody? I hope every single one of you are having a safe and sound day. My name is DKEN, and welcome to my Man-to-Man podcast. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about the Tate brothers returning back into custody after getting hospitalized. Now, for this episode, I've got an article I want to read to you titled Internet Misogynist Andrew Tate back in custody following brief hospital visit. But before I get into this article, I would like to make this one thing certainly clear. Now, I'm going to have to assume that all of you are fully aware of what is going on with this situation. And to give it to you straight, we have these beta male left-wing news networks, if you will, such as NBC News, CNN, New York Post, Insider Edition, Yahoo, and even this article created by Kotaku. All of these networks are trying to basically paint this picture where Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate are the enemies of the state, if you will. They're going all around the world doing bad shit, and they're breaking the law, stuff like that. They're basically trying to paint the picture where they are just straight up misogynists and spreading hate towards women and shit like that. But they're trying to brainwash you into believing this shit. So it's always important to read the facts before making assumptions and jumping into conclusions, okay? Now, I'll say this right now. I have no respect whatsoever for these left-wing news networks that have the audacity to say that these two are sex traffickers. That was the rumor, or should I say, that was one of the rumors that was circulating around this situation. And they wanted you to believe that these guys were legit sex traffickers abusing women. So with that said, it's always important to challenge these so-called theories that were created by these left-wing news networks. So with that said, let's just jump right into this article, because this is one fabulous article created by this beta male news network. So with that said, let's get right into it. So it starts with, and I quote, "Self-professed misogynist and noted internet jackass Andrew Tate is back in Romanian custody after a short reported stint in the hospital. Although rumors are flying every which way, it appears Tate has certain medical problems that constituted a doctor checkup, according to a quote from CNN's Romanian news branch, Antenna 3. You know what I find to be interesting? Notice how they use the word. Notice how they said right here, rumors are flying every which way. So you know what? Before I continue on with this beautiful article, let me tell you right now about these so-called rumors. Now, these left-wingers had the audacity to say that the Tate brothers are sex traffickers, and even and that Andrew Tate was poisoned during his hospitalization. So it's very important for you to have minds of your own. It's very important for you to stop getting brainwashed by the mainstream media that genuinely believe that these two guys are breaking the law. Okay? So for the person that started this whole rumor that these two were sex traffickers, no, like, shame on you. There should be no pride and no respect in that whatsoever. And there is another rumor that was circulating where he was accused of rape that occurred back in 2013. So, obviously, the person that accused him of such a crime did not want to come forward because they were trying to protect themselves and save themselves from the embarrassment that they could face. So, just something I wanted to tell you right before we progress into this article. So, let's continue. It continues on, and I quote, "Tate, who's well known for his gross takes on women," as we all know that's not true, "was arrested on December 29 following an exchange with prominent climate activist Greta Thunberg on Twitter. During that dispute, in which he basically doxed himself by ordering pizza from a Romanian restaurant chain. Tate argued he wasn't owned by Thunberg. He was. While talking about the myriad cars he has that run on dead dinosaurs and create lots of carbon emissions. Cool. However, not long after he got bodied by the teenage Thunberg, Romanian police rolled up to Tate's mansion and booked him and his brother Tristan Tate on charges of human trafficking and organized crime. Sucks to suck, huh? So just like I said, these left-wing beta male news network honestly wants you to believe that he is guilty of organized crime and human trafficking. So the first question that you must ask is this: where's the evidence? Where's the proof that these two are guilty of human trafficking? Okay? Always ask questions, and always ask, where's the damn proof? Because at this point, the only thing that I see is talk, but no show. This article is all about talk, but no show. Okay? They're telling us they're gonna show us something, but no, they don't. So at the end of the day, it's all about these beta male haters that talk the talk, but cannot walk the walk. So it's very important that you keep that in mind. Let's continue on with this article. Continues on, and I quote, after being detained, Tate, who had something of a routine checkup, was transported to a hospital after the prison doctor asked if he was suffering from certain ailments. According to Antenna 3, CNN's reporting, Tate was taken to a specialist consultation in a hospital in the capital. Tate has been released and is back in custody. It seems he'll be in prison for a bit longer, as reported by several outlets like AP News and The Guardian, two other beta male news networks that lean towards the left. Tate lost his legal appeal to the Romanian courts to get let out early. This means he'll have to serve the full 30-day detention while an investigation gets underway. Kotaku reached out to Tate for comments, but considering he's currently incarcerated in international prison, did not receive a response before publication. Weirdly, though, his Twitter account is still very much active. Well, I don't see anything weird about that. I'll tell you that right now. Again, it's nothing but a bunch of beta male left-wing haters hating on his success. And it's very important that you understand that. See, at the end of the day, like I said, these people are all about talk but not walk the walk. So they could say whatever the fuck they want, but at the end of the day, their actions have no merit at all whatsoever. So, it continues on, and I quote, Tate allegedly used a lover boy method to lure victims in only to subjugate them to intimidation and surveillance as a means of control. He's also been accused of coercing these victims into lurid pornographic actions that were intended for monetary purposes. Hopefully, he gets a longer sentence. And that concludes this damn article. So, given what this article wants you to believe, all of a sudden, he's somehow magically considered a human trafficker. So, at the end of the day, there is absolutely no evidence whatsoever that can say that he's a trafficker. So it's always very important to start asking questions. So the fact that they rejected his appeal tells me everything that I need to know. The law, I don't know how the law works over there in Romania, okay? But here's what I can say. Judging by what we have just read, you can absolutely tell that they don't care about the innocence in these two men. They don't care about proving their innocence whatsoever. They only want to silence the truth. And as Andrew Tate said right before he was detained in the beginning of the situation, the Matrix attacked him. Okay? It's very important that you stop being a societal slave and attack him with these labels. Organized crime, human trafficker, whatever you want to call him, a misogynist. Okay? You have to stop throwing these labels at him because it's very easy to do that. But what seems to be difficult nowadays is finding out whether or not he's guilty of that. Okay? So, folks, here's what you can learn from this, okay? Number one, if you're not sure of something, if every time the mainstream media tells you, hey, this person is bad, that person is bad, ask questions, okay? Number two, always ask, where's the proof? Where's the evidence? Okay? Nothing is stopping you from asking these things. Nothing's stopping you from asking these questions. But as you can tell, these left-wing news network, they don't care about innocent men anymore. They only care about throwing dirt and trash at their names. So unfortunately, we live in a world where these news networks get away with this shit. They get away with crucifying innocent men because they don't care about destroying an innocent man's reputation. They only care about pumping themselves up to make themselves look good. So it's always important to take a stand against the mainstream media. Start using minds of your own and stop getting brainwashed by the media, by the left wing, and all of these people that want you to basically hate him for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Because at the end of the day, they could talk shit to him for as long as they want, but they cannot silence the truth. Okay? So that concludes this episode. I hope every single one of you stay safe, stay sound, stay strong, and all of you have a wonderful and blessed day. Okay? Peace out.